Hello, greetings everyone, and welcome in from for this powerful session. It's always a blessing to have everybody connected with us. Today's another special and blessed. As you can see, I'm not alone on the screen. At least I'm happy. Yay! I used to be scared. Should I say scared? No. I love to have other people talking and sharing ideas. So blessed to have the powerful mind I have today with us. And so please, as you join, as you can already see, it's a very special day. We are starting John in a glorious way. It's not a coincidence that today is the first of the month of June 2024. So it's not also a coincidence that you're meeting these two faces here. It's not by chance that you're having the opportunity to join us on this powerful discussion. Thank you and welcome in my sister Marty. It's a blessing to always have you around. So, guys, before we get started, we encourage everyone, please do well to share, tag, and invite a friend, a loved one, and neighbor because this topic, as you can see, leveraging the power of revolution. Revolution is something that if we understand it, trust me, this generation will understand how blessed it is if you understand it. But if you don't understand it, you continue to have the struggles or go through the challenges of those in the 90s, which, of course, in this generation, we don't necessarily need to go through through those challenges. Where I can see my friend's network is disturbing, but hopefully we are going to have him back. So while we are sharing, I'm giving few minutes of music break. Yeah, he's back. I know this network better respect stuff. So we are just going to give few minutes for music break, and so Henry, I also encourage you like to share, just to give few minutes. Like you can share more of the video, the Facebook or the YouTube, depending on which one is your preference, or maybe both. Because this is just for those who want to join the screen. The link I sent to you, it's just for those who want to join the screen. But it's not the case for those who want to just watch. Because someone that once I said, a friend was here and he sent that to his wife, and the wife was like, "Hey, I don't want to be here. I just want to follow you guys." So, guys, let's get going. So, let's take these few minutes to share with our loved ones. As usual, this girl has no copyright infringement for the songs we're playing. It's just one of my favorite programs, Hallelujah Challenge. So, in case you love it and you didn't know it has started, yes, it's going on. So, enjoy. While you're enjoying the music, please do the due diligence of sharing and inviting your loved ones. It's not going to be, the music is just going to be for very few minutes. No copyright infringement with the song. You are God. You are not just being God. You are not just kind. Hello, bro. Thank you. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Are there some music lovers in the house? You are big, 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 big. Wait. You are there. Awesome, Maxi. Let's go. That's it for today. We'll continue this music after. So once more, guys, happy weekend to every one of us. And welcome into this other amazing session. How is everyone doing today? Happy new month to everybody. Happy birth month for all amazing, blessed people born in the month of June. How is everyone doing? How we all doing today? Let me know in the comment section, please. Henry Network is giving him maniaca. It's giving him headache, but it's okay. We're going to get going. I know your network is like you may have to upgrade So okay, guys. Today is another,
Network we
as I said, a super blessed day, and we definitely don't take anything for granted. And we say thank you to God for His amazing grace, for us to be even here this day, and thank God to see this new month. Thank God to have amazing people. Thank God to have Henry with us today. Henry has been like, I want to be, but his schedule has been like, you can make it, you can't make it. So I was so happy this week. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm coming in. For those who have been following our creative and independent minds, it's not a new face. He's part of the idea. So for just those who are new now, this program is not Lucy's program, it's your program, it's our program, as I always say. I so much believe in teamwork. I believe that this world we were made differently so that we could help each other in different ways. Henry is unique in his own amazing way. Lucy is unique in her own amazing way. Marty is unique in her amazing way. But we come together with things we can do and help each other with the things we can do and make life easy for every one of us. So that is the concept behind creative and independent minds: is people coming together, share amazing topics that can help this teamwork, these constructive collaborations, constructive building, constructive networking, and also constructive criticism, because you can look like the way, oh, Lucy is doing something, maybe the direction she's going is not the best. And it's not just saying that, oh, what you're doing is wrong, but it's also how do you say it? Love, understanding. So definitely that is what it's all about. So we had started an amazing topic. If you know about Henry, if you're new, by the way, Henry is an amazing friend. He's someone that I always can ask some questions, mostly when it comes to mindsets and some type of things. He's someone who is so hardworking, passionate in whatever he do. He's always very diligent. And sorry, I had a call. I'm going to listen after. So he is just that amazing friend that I'm so blessed, and God, I'm so blessed to always have and trouble him sometimes. So welcome in Herwin Nebare. So Mr. Herwin Nebare, it's a blessing definitely to have you today with us. So I definitely just give everything today to you to take full charge, unless you still listen. Maybe add your 2 cents to it. So again, welcome. The floor is totally
huh?
yours.
I did the thing.
Unfortunately, his network has been like pain in the neck, but hopefully we are going to get through today. So for those, if you can see the screen, I see some like crypto enthusiasts. So definitely, if you know Henry, that you know about business, is one of the scientists like me who believe in entrepreneurial ventures, believe in innovation, believe in tech. I so much love tech. If you know, you know. I love everything amazing about tech. So while we're waiting for Henry to come back, please, for everybody connected, let me know when you hear about the word revolution, what comes to your mind? Or in other words, what would be your simplest definition of the word revolution? Let us know. Share with us in the comment section, please. Oh, someone said the volume is also low. Really? What's happening? My voice has been like on the top of the screen. And well, today I don't have my mics connected, so I don't know if that could be an issue, but it shouldn't be. I'm here thinking I'm screaming. So, guys, this is the situation with everybody. Is my volume okay? They say his volume. Oh, I was like, hey, my volume when I turn my voice is like everywhere in this house. So, guys, let me know, please. I just thought this was not posted, but it should go now. Okay, cool. So let me know what will be your simplest definition of the word revolution. So for those who are not sure, I encourage you to do that definitely. Okay, happy that Henry is back with us. I can see you've changed position. You see, I'm so sorry, but it seems your volume is very low, so maybe you want to check the volume of your device if you have to increase it. This network is not having it with us today. Okay, thank you. I'm also not mine, so yep. Henry, please can you get me? His network is not giving him beans. Ooh. Okay, so guys, as I said, let me know if you talk about revolution, what would be the first thing that comes to your mind? Or what would be your simplest way of defining the word revolution? What would be your ID way? So talking about tech, tech has made everything, including information, readily accessible and easy for us. So, like, imagine in those days when there were no phones, when they ask a word like that, people wouldn't know. Like, oh, I don't know. But now you can just Google. You can definitely just Google. Henry, happy to have you back. Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sure.
Okay, I think I can hear you now because also they were complaining like, oh, your volume was low, they couldn't hear you clearly. So again, it's a pleasure and a blessing to have you today with us, and it's not a coincidence that I'm seeing your face on this first day of this new month, this new area of the year. It's not a coincidence, and seeing the smile too is a good one. So we just say today's your day. We just want to hear from you mostly about this topic. And guys, for credit, he's the one who suggested this topic. So please have the floor.
Uh, it's very unfortunate that the network today it's not favorable for us. Tried everything possible to see that the network is good. Like as I'm talking now, I'm actually outside.
Please,
Yeah,
can
I'm
you increase
outside.
your volume a little bit? Like I think your volume is really low.
I'm saying that the network hasn't been favorable today.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so just I'm doing everything possible to see that the program is a success. Yeah, it's everything possible to see that the program is a success. Talking now, I'm actually outside. Yeah, doing the live. Can you hear me?
I can now.
Did you hear what I said a few minutes ago?
For some few seconds I didn't get you, but initially I was getting you, though it was slow. So those watching, please let me know. Can
Yeah.
you get him? Because I barely am struggling to get him though. Okay, maybe it's better now.
Okay. Then that's good. What is a pleasure to be today? It's a great pleasure. I really say that I am happy to be in the creative and independent mind today. So, uh, just want each and everyone to share whatever we have to share together. It's not a one-way or two-way stuff. It's a program that we have to share and understand ourselves together. Yeah. And I also want to each and every connected. Wherever you're connected from, I have to human and pray that God Almighty will take us all in together at the end of this week. Did you get me?
Yeah, I can get you now. It breaks for some seconds, but I think it's manageable.
Okay. So how do we get started?
You have the floor. So maybe let me ask you some few questions if that makes it easy for you. Do you want that? Because of course I always have questions. So my first
Okay.
question to you, though, if you want that, would be because I could ask you my question maybe after you share with us, but if you want, I can still ask you my questions now, and maybe that question will help other people. So I have a call. The person insists
Okay.
calling. Give me 1 second, please.
No problem. I think we should go with your question and probably with that we can share.
I'm sorry, my phone has been like it had been on fire, so I had to just like answer the call to tell the person. Like, I texted, but the person maybe didn't receive. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, so my first question to you, which is basically what I asked everybody just before you came in. So like, if you have to define us the word revolution in simple words, or in few words, what would be your best definition?
Just simple definition of evolution that within the
Oh,
meaning
this
of
network has to give
different
us
persons.
some mercy, some grace.
Uh, can you hear me?
My thing is better now, but it's really shaking. Guys, this is the problem we have sometimes when we have people from different places with network. So, so for those who are new, Henry is also a Cameroonian based in Bahrain, but currently he's connecting from Cameroon. So the network, of course, if you know, you know, African network is what it is. Uh, hello, this network is not smiling with us. Hello, Henry, are you there?
Hello, can
Just when it was about getting better, the network said no. Okay, so guys, it's so unfortunate we're having self network today. So by the way, as I said, we're going to be talking about leveraging the power of revolution. And when we talk about revolution, I just like I asked a question last week, like how many of us really remember the first phones we ever bought? For me, I started with a Nokia Touch. I don't know, what about you? What was your first phone ever you used? And it just got me back to reflect how I even got a phone that early. Yeah, the network is really crazy, and I don't know, but it's crazy. So for me, it was a Nokia Touch. So guys, let me know what was your first phone ever you used in the comment section. Let me know, and let's compare with the phone you are using now. The first phone you ever had, be it someone gave it to you, you bought whatever, but the first phone you ever used in your life. Let me know in the comment. Mine is what we used to call Nokia Touch. That was my first phone. I was in Form 3 and they bought me that phone. So let me know, hey, what was your first phone you ever used? This network is not doing good today. Am I always saying Motorola? And am I is that old? Is it the old the small Motorola that has the buttons? I don't even know how to describe it. I always call it chon. Is it chonkoroko? Because I call it, my brother can laugh for 3 hours the way I call it. But it's chonoko, but I think I call it chonkoroko. So is it chokoloko? So Harry, are you there? You're there?
oh, I don't know if my volume is okay now.
It's still better, but I just have my fingers crossed like
Can
network, respect
can you hear
yourself.
me? I'm telling you, I just switched to a different network. Now
Yeah, but
let's
it's
see
still
if this
better.
one's
Honestly, it's
going
still
to
better.
okay. Then that's good. That's
Yep.
good for
I
us.
think fingers crossed. Please, this new network, don't disturb us. So I was asking, by the way, what was your very first phone? The first one you ever used?
Motorola.
Motorola. I see many people use mobile. I use Motorola, not my first phone. I used one, you know those Chonkolonko Motorola, right? I had one in UB. Yeah. So guys, that is just for us to take a moment. For me, when I talk about revolution a little bit, I check about those things like how things were. Maybe my first one that was around which year, man? That was like 2008 to now. So that is a long time, right? To see now the type of phones I use now, because I think now if that one you give me for free, I may not use it here. But if I was in Cameroon, definitely for the type of network we have in Cameroon, you always need that type of phone. Even if you have what type of advanced or iPhone, you still need that one we call Cobalt or Choronko. You need one for most if you're in an area where network disturbs a lot. At least that one just for regular calls. For me, that's my perspective though. Oh, net, I thought Henry Network was better, but this one again starts disturbing. So, guys, let's know what was your first phone. So, if you really sit back to check that phone you were using at that time, so just let's just say 20 years ago, the phone you used 20 years ago and the phone you are using now, is it the same? Or the phone you loved 20 years ago? By the way, if you're not born 20 years ago, it's okay. If you didn't have a phone 20 years ago, you can reduce the number by half or the time frame by half. So 10 years ago, if it's still by 10 years ago, you're still not born, just say 5 years ago, we shall all be okay. So just take a moment to look back at what you really loved as a phone, Because I know a lot of us, if you're connected here, either you're using in fact, you're using a device. So whatever device you're using to connect now, check back 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe those different time intervals to appreciate or to actually analyze and see the difference between what you are using now and what you used years back. Sometimes maybe some people didn't even have the device that I use now. They didn't even have that opportunity to afford any. So it's still part of evolution. It's still part of that change. So for me, when I think about evolution, I think about changes and transformation. So changes and transformation. And this transformation may be as a result of advancement, which is the positive direction, right? Advancement in tech, advancement or upgrades of information. Just like I always say in science, there's this thing like the conventional rules. Whenever there's a conventional rule, know that something has been added. For example, the conventional direction of current flow is not the actual direction of current flow, but that is what was known years back to be the direction of current flow. But with information and tech, people are able to deep dig like, oh, we thought this is what the direction in which current flow, but if electrons are what actually move, not protons, then electron move in this direction. How can you say current is moving in this opposite direction? It does not make sense now. So that's why now you see there's a conversion of the direction of electrons flow and the direction of current, the conventional direction of current, conventional, which means not even the actual, right? So this is just to tell you that when I talk about evolution, or when I think about evolution, I see those changes, and those changes come to me with information. And for those who have been attending a TELZIP program, you see that I've said one of the key factors of production in this at time is information. We have gone past the generation when land and capital used to be the main factor of production. How many of us agree? Like now, you can just have information, you can just have some idea, and you decide to work on that idea. You're good. You don't need to get to like at first. It's like, man, you had to go to school, sit in the classroom for 50 years, more than three quarter of your life. You're still going to school to even have something reasonable, right? But it's not the case because somebody somewhere can be doing a funny video on TikTok, but just work on that idea, and the person is doing good more than you that have 7 degrees. So that is just to say it's not just about the capital, or it's not the land as in years back that we needed to have land, huge amount of capital to do big business. No, now you just need to have an idea and understand tech. So the next factor of production for me again is going to be technology, which I know a lot of people don't even think of technology as a factor of production. How many of you also really know that tech is a factor of production, mostly in this area? Happy to have you, sis. Happy weekend and blessed weekend to you too. So, guys, so revolution to me is something that we all can take advantage of and make things easy for us if we understand it. Another thing, like, how many of us grew up in families that 6 people could sleep on the same bed? Because for me, that was it. And it was fun. I loved it. Even now, I still don't mind sharing bed with people like friends, loved one, family, I don't mind. But in this other part of this world, it's like that people who just can't share the same bed, even with their brother, with their siblings. Let me say girls, even with their sisters. Two sisters can't share the same bed. I'm like, why? So that's the other part for tech that I really, or evolution that I really don't like. Because I believe also there are some things that even though we are evolving, things are adding. There are some things that we can still take and move along. So we don't want to change totally everything, right? So when we talk about revolution, there are different angles, which is what Henry definitely want to share with us today. there are different angles in which we may start tackling, because of course it's like a very big topic. I can't just sit here or stand here and start talking about revolution. What direction? Is it in terms of history or the time of slavery and this time of advanced modern slavery? Because the way slavery is in this generation, it's not like at first that people had to sell you. Now you have to sell yourself. You have to sign some contracts that you are the one signing them. So we see every day, for example, people talking about what happened because they got signed into a label, they got signed into a company. Those are different levels for me. I said different level of slavery. Like you give yourself this sign and people don't have to sell you. You have to just see that, okay, there's this amazing good direction, this thing that is doing well, and you just turn in that direction without looking the left, the advantages and disadvantages. So for me, we always like to look on both sides of everything, the advantages, the disadvantages, um, the limitations that help you also to know the direction in which you may want to evolve, in the direction in which you may want to walk in. So when we talk about evolution, Henry's network is really messing up. So when we talk about revolution in the aspect of spirituality, which is something I love to start with, that is before Henry comes in. I, for one, I get up each day and I'm really grateful. I don't know how many people are really grateful for today. Keeping aside it's a new month, it's a new day. Like how many people are really just grateful for today? So I'll give specific reason today why I am so grateful and happy. One of it is the fact that I so much love the Hallelujah Challenge, which I was playing part of the session of yesterday. And I just sat down this week to reflect that. But look at something. Years back, for you to attend events, you basically had to travel. Some people used to trek, they used to use their Legaden's Benz to get to those far locations where events are occurring. But this generation, trust me, I am in the US and I'm attending an event in Nigeria. I have never in my life been to Nigeria. And so when Henry sent me this topic, I personally just took out some minutes to reflect on some things or some amazing things that revolution has done to us. And one of it was just me sitting and like I've never met, for example, Pastor Nathaniel Bassey who's doing this Hallelujah challenge or thing. Like you getting up, those who like praise, just taking 1 hour to praise God, connecting with other people who are doing the same thing in different countries. And I'm like, wow. And that goes to a lot of people have benefited from. I learn from a lot of people each day, listening to people having their broadcasts, their podcasts, their podcasts, is cast. And I just sat this week to say, wow, God, you really blessed us. How many of us know that is really a blessing for this generation? Yes, I know people talk about the other negative part of the people doing negative things on the media, on this, but let's just also sit and really check off the positive things, like you being able to attend school or have a school program in a country you've never been to, or you being able to attend service from home, days that beyond your control you can't make it in person. You've been able to see your other pastor you so love, but you are not more in that location. See, able to hear, like I see, listen, my pastor in Dover preach to me, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so much. So for me, that's one of the reasons this week I was just so like, oh God, we are blessed. Second reason, which number? The second reason is the everyday reason. But as I said, the first one I put the one, the tech part, the first week because it's something that it just came to my mind like this week. But one of the other reason I really get up each day, I'm like, God, I'm grateful. I always sit and check the time where the law, the era of law dispensation, where Moses had to teach the people about the law. That time it was basically an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Whatever you do, you have to go and give sacrifices. And the way people were just killed because they did something, how harsh it was. But that's not even what makes me grateful. It's just the fact that each day I get up, I'm like, I don't need to go to the holies of holies, offer sacrifices, animal sacrifices. I just need to sit on my bed, on my car, on the road, anywhere I am, and just talk to God directly. Is that not amazing? So when I talk about revolution in that spiritual direction, that is for me, that is a key thing. Like, you can sometimes you get up. The truth is sometimes you get up, you don't feel yourself. You feel like this day things are not like this week. And you can just go back and to God, talk to me, show me. And you feel so relief. You can just praise God in your house and you are just like all that burden you had on you taken away. But also, we shall know definitely this is the part that people like money a lot. Money is good, don't get me wrong, but I think a lot of people focus there and spend their entire life just on money. Which the truth is, I've come to realize that this generation is so blessed that you don't need to do stress for money. You don't need to stress, like there's so many things you can do to have money. Like typically, mostly to be realistic, if you're a scientist, you have to say that agree that it's not science is so nice, I love it. But in terms of money, don't think scientists are rich people. Because when I say rich people, which means it's not like you just have to go to school and just do a crash program and you're at the top. If you want to be at the top, it's 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 a matter of going to get some good academic degrees. I hear a lot of people, for example, say, "Oh, PhD is not needed in this time." And I always say it depends on your field. Or medicine does not make sense. Somebody going to be a medical doctor doesn't make sense. No. So when I talk about science, it's not biscuit. It's not a route you go for money. What do I mean? If you have to become a medical doctor, how many years do you have to go to school? Guys, let me know. Share that in the comment section, please. How many years approximately do you have to go to school to become a medical doctor, for example, or to become an engineer? And now look that direction. You see that for you, it's not just maybe if you want to become a medical doctor, it's not just you finishing to be a general practitioner. You need to specialize, right? So when we calculate the years you need to put in, and the fact that you also need money in the process, you understand why I say it's not a direction you go for money. Now, when you finish, you may think that automatically you should be making seven figures, but that is not the case. But see another person who maybe just who is an artist. Like I always sit and evaluate. What make an artist? Why is an artist earning far more than those who have really dedicated their time to learn things and bring forth the ideas? So an artist will just release a song and be traveling everywhere, and the person is making money. So and you can just see maybe just learn for 1 year 2 years, and somebody also doing some like now. By the way, we understand we have the crash courses, but the crash courses, of course, for you to be at the top, you still have to go through. For if you're in the science direction, for example, if you want to be an academia also, you definitely don't only need to have a PhD, you may need to have the postdoc and so on. So that is just for me to say. Of course, those were the route that most of our parents know. You have to go to school, either be a medical doctor, an engineer, or a lawyer, stuff like that. But tell me, guys, is it the same thing this generation? Do we necessarily need to go through those processes to have that financial, as I said? If you want to be a doctor, you may have to go to school, by the way, for about 7 years at least. That is after high school. I'm not saying before high school. So check from elementary or kindergarten the time you spend. Some of us have spent more than 3 quarters of our life going to school. So I'm talking from that perspective. And when you look how much they have to pay and how much work you still need to put in for you to be paid, and the fact that if you don't show up, you will still be broke. You understand that the angle I'm coming from. Like, yes, you've gone to school, you've acquired all those knowledge, the knowledges, but you still have to do a lot of work to get that which is even enough for you to live happily in somehow financially free. So that is to say, of course, in this generation, we don't need to really stress ourselves if we don't have to. If it's not your calling, if not in accordance to your purpose, I'm telling you again that you don't necessarily need to climb all those ladders that many people in the past were forced to climb. Many people did things that they were not interested in. But this time, of course, you have opportunities that you can just get up in the morning and you learn one or two skills online without going for 7 years or 2 years. And with those skills, one of them is what I know Henry really, really, really love. And that's why I say he's a crypto enthusiast. He loves trading. And when I talk about trading, which is one of the things I want to talk about, trading has evolved. So hopefully Henry comes and take over the floor, but just to share with us a little bit about this revolution in the direction of finances, which, as I said, one of the reasons a lot of us stress, one of the reasons a lot of us have sold ourselves like as slaves in different areas. Many people are not happy where they are. It's because of money. Do we all agree? Many of us are living in the past or in the future because of what? Money. Because we feel we still need to fill the bags, we still need to fill the accounts, we still need to fill this. But with this generation, we are so blessed. We are so blessed to have different things we can do, and one of those things, as I said, is trading. When we talk about trading, how many of us remember how people used to trade in the 90s? What was one of the most popular way of trading or method of trading? Let me see in the comment section. Let's start from there. Because unless we look back where we were, how things were done in the past and now, then we can understand fully what revolution is all about. But if we can't do that backward turn, trust me, I'm not saying that when you're going in front, you're looking only back. You turn it to a salt, to a back of salt. So I'm just saying that to be grateful, we have to look a little bit on where we started. So how many of us, or can someone share with us in the comment section, what was that method that people used in the past that was very common for trading? What was the most, or one of the most common methods of trading? Henry network maybe still not permitting him, but that's what it is. Sometimes we have to go. That's why if you are a content creator, a host, you have to always be ready, even if you have a guest, because trust me, I have this like that. Sometimes I even have some people, then it's the last minute, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't show up. But it's part of the challenge. Door to door selling, yes. So, thank you, Emma. So, for the door to door selling, what can you say is that simple method? You can do door to door selling, maybe using money, using stones. So, can you give us what was that method that they used in the door to door selling? Thank you, by the way. The door to door selling is something I so much in these days laugh about, but it's something that we still use. You still need it if you're a business person. You still need that. But that was definitely one of the methods of trade. So, guys, let me know. People, there are some big economics here. Please help us. What was that very common method of trading that was used in the past, that used to be used in the past? Ask me, E-Million, happy to have you today with us, brother. Hope you've been doing good. It's been some minutes. I might think a little bit. You're going to have the answer, though. That method of trading that was common. By the way, how many of us know about trade and barter? Is it economics in the house? Trade, is it trade by barter or is trade and barter? One of it. So like people didn't just do door to door, which means door to door means if you are in Nigeria and you want to sell something to somebody in the US, you need to come to the US. And imagine maybe they were not even planes at that time. Maybe no cars. How will people even do that door to door? The journey people travel. So when they say door to door, it even looks simple, like maybe you're just leaving your house to a neighbor 5 minutes. No, people traveled. So that traveling, sometimes you're carrying the thing you want to sell in exchange for something. That is something, was it money? Was it a physical cash we have now? Of course, no. So people were doing the door-to-door trade, maybe trading an item to and for another item. So that's the trade by barter. Trade by barter means they were trading something for something. You could have cocoyams, and of course, you want to exchange it for what you need, and you need corn. You know that ZZZ cultivate corn, and you have to travel to go to ZZZ's place to exchange your cocoyam for corn. Now my question to you, imagine that I have the corn, but I don't want to trade with you. What will happen? After you've traveled, you come to my place and I say, hey, you know what? I don't think I want to trade with you. How will you feel? And also, imagine this other side. Imagine that after you've trekked, you've used your Lekadens Benz and you got to my place, and I'm like, for this your large quantity of yam, I can give you just this small amount of my corn. Will you still want to do it? So just to say, that method indeed was not biscuit. It was not easy. It was not fun. It was really, it had a lot of challenges. And so, of course, that's when revolution come in place. They have to go to another area that is not always going to be us, you having cocoyams and another person having maize. You have to look. And also, what if you don't even find anybody in your community or around you that you know on your network that has need what you have? That's another thing. What do you do? So of course people have to think. That's why I say for me the number one factors of production is an idea or information. And in fact that always go with entrepreneurs. That is when entrepreneurship comes in play. Who are those who bring this idea? Who are those who bring this new information that, oh, instead of us using this trade by a barter, we can come out with something called money. Something called money that people can use it in exchange. How many of us agree that many people this generation don't understand that money is just a means of exchange? So that is that part of evolution that I feel if many of us come to this understanding that money is something that you're given or you are rewarded in exchange of something, we won't be stressing the way some of us are stressing. We will be identifying what we have. It could be your raw talent, it could be your skills, it could be a piece of information you have, the idea you have that you say, okay, this is my idea and this is it. I'm ready to market it. And trust me, that is when money follow you. So we moved from that area that people had to exchange goods for goods to an area that we have something that we can use that has a value. Every country has a currency, right? Every country has something they are using, like a standard, that at least everybody know that this is a word for $1. This is a word of $2 for those in the US. Those who are from Africa that use CFA fund. People know this is the word of CFA fund. This is 500 francs. This is 1,000 francs. This is 1,000,000 francs. And when you call figures like that, they know that, okay, with this 1,000,000 francs, maybe this is what you can get, and this is what you can get. So how many of us really appreciate that transition from you having your iron? As I said, for me, the trade and barter, people still do it, right? It's not like it doesn't exist. How many of us still do trade and barter, by the way? Or is trade by barter? What of it? By the way, economists help me. Is it trade by barter or trade and barter? But I think trade by barter though. So how many of us though still use, like, sometimes you have your device you are not using, and another person has another device that is different from the other the person is not using, and you exchange what you have to get what the person have. How many of us still do it? Or how many of us have seen people who still do that? So yes, of course, people still do that. Like, there are areas, I was shocked to know that, man. Even in America, there are places that people have not even been able to to use a plane before. Like, there are people even in America that have not used a plane. So talking about, not everybody really travel or use all these technological things that for some people it's obvious. There are people who have not seen a car before, but not because there's no car in the country which they are, but also the location. Like, there are some places that to even access to get to, even by food, you have to travel maybe for 2 days. And I used to ask myself, oh my God, how do these people in this place live? Like, are they living with animals, or what are they living with? But if we look back, every community that is developed today was once like that, right? Every person that you see big today started from somewhere. If the person did not start from that place, the family, somebody in the family started from that position. So it's just to say, evolution, as I say, for me, in simple, is going to be changes and transformation. So these changes can be in terms of also the laws of the countries. So there are some things that maybe were not allowed, but now are allowed. Money, you cannot just go to any country and implement your own money. It must be a law that, okay, this should be allowed. This money should be used by this country, and everybody should use this money. So we see now that, if I have to ask all of us, by the way, do you think it make trading easy? Because at the end of the day, it's still trading. Though people may not see it as trading, it's still trading. So we move from that level where people had to exchange goods to where people had to use the concept of money that has a value, at least, that you could use it as a reference or a standard tool for exchange. My question to everyone is, that transition, did it bring more good or reduce good for you? Did that transition make things easier or more difficult? Did that transition make things more feasible, like say it's also more feasible or not? For me, I saw a lot of things made easy with that transition, just the fact that it came with the concept of money. And now you know that even if you're going to work for somebody, maybe for 1 hour you're going to be paid $20. You're not going to be giving corn. You're not going to be giving yam. You're not going to be giving what whatever pennies, gold. You're going to be giving something you can easily use. So for me, that is something that it was so awesome. But I said was because it's not really the era we are in. And I know, as I said, a lot of people are still fully living in that area, just like a lot of people who are not really exposed to the advances of tech or don't even have access to banks. In those communities, they still do what they still do trade and barter. I've been to communities that their primary activity, like in Cameroon, by the way, there are some places that, and by the way, in support, I said that is a place I've seen the most healthy people in my entire life. People who are 100 plus years and are still very active, going to their farms, are still very healthy, and I look their lifestyle. Their lifestyle is still very reserved to more of the way people used to live in the past, not like in the present with advancement in tech, in terms also in terms of what they eat. So I was just about to say, I have seen people who really still do this trade and barter, and these people in this community, their primary economic activity is farming, and they farm in very, very, very large or huge quantity. But the way they market, for me, I would say the marketing strategy keeps them poor and keeps them to keep working. Yes, they are hurt, but they are broke. The community is like not growing. That's what I would say. The community is just basically stagnant, and that makes me to say, leveraging the power of revolution today, which is our topic, is just to tell you and I that yes, we all can still be using those conventional methods, but it may also be limiting us from growing, from expanding. Do we all agree that those who stay in all ideas, those who want to do things a particular way, have less opportunity of expanding? Do we agree that everyone who wants to do things in a particular fixed way automatically limit themselves from growing or from expanding? For example, I just moved to a community, to Texas, and in this community, guys, it seems the first language is is Spanish, it's not English. You can be in America and think everybody in America first like speaks English. But guys, hey, even when you're calling the customer service, the first language they basically start speaking to you is in Spanish. And I'm like, I definitely have to learn how to speak Spanish. So imagine I come here and I say, oh, I can't speak Spanish. I won't learn Spanish. I obviously am. I will be limiting myself from expanding, from interacting with people, right? So that's just what I see this revolution as. We have to understand where we are, where we were, and where we are going. So stay in the trading. There is a way trading used to be done in the past. There's a way trading was done 5 years, 10 years to be 10 years, 15 years ago, not 5 10 years to 15 years ago. And that has to do with money, physical catch. But do we think that is still the area we are in? Let me know in the comment section, because for me, I say no, we have gone past that time. That time that you want to trade, you need to go and look for if your money is in your bank account. You need to possibly withdraw the money, then go and give it cash to whoever you're dealing with, or you have to go to a post office, not even the electronic transfer options we have now. You have to go to the post office, you post the money. By the way, how many people had post money before I used to do that? How many people? Yes, and I said those things on, even here, I noticed like there's some places that they want money, even like government institutions, they want the money to be posted, or they want the money to be sent in a particular way. So how many of us agree that we have gone past that time? So Henry's he's apologizing that he has used all the three networks in Cameroon. That is Orange, MTN, and Camtel. No, he said he has used two, so he said Camtel, maybe he has to get Camtel line. So he used MTN and Orange rather. And all of them disappointed and failed him. So he's sorry he can't join. So that's the issue we have. I love people who always want to join, but sometimes we try in the background and it doesn't go, but it's fine. So I'm just going to let him know that he can share with me maybe some of the points you want, and I will just give a take-home message. And I hope we all have something to take home today. So I'll tell him to send his points in the comment section, so everyone can see it though. So that helps all of us, right? I like to benefit from other people's ideas and people's wisdom. Everybody, as I said, I believe everybody is blessed in a unique way. Yes, so in terms of finances, as I say, we have really evolved in so much and so many amazing ways that a lot of people don't understand, and that takes me to where we are. We have digital money, and are these digital money legalized? The answer is yes in most countries, including the United States. And one of the digital money or transactions, you have the cryptocurrency. So when I talk about cryptocurrency, just digital money. And I see your people sadly in this generation just say cryptocurrency is a scam. So personally to me, I say that is ignorance. And if you don't know something, it's good to take our time to study it. And when you go to most of our financial apps, for those, for example, who use Cash App, Cash App has installed in or has added to its regular money transfer services, which has to do with the regular US dollars, like you selling US dollars to people just like you use Zelle. It has added you to have the option of buying Bitcoin. Sit back and ask yourself, why would Cash App do something like this? You use Cash App every day. Why would Cash App do something like this if it is not like allowing you to buy Bitcoin? It also allows you to invest in Bitcoin. It allows you to also invest in stocks. What am I trying to say? We are moving in a total different area, and a lot of people are still lagging back. There are like people who are in the remote places where there is no road and they have to still use their legs to go to everywhere, or people who are still living in places where there is no money, they have never seen money. Like it or not, the people have never seen money with their eyes, money, physical money, with their eyes. And yes, of course, in that situation, it's not their fault. Maybe it's just where they find themselves. And what do? They have to still go back to the old school. So if you see yourself watching this video this moment and you're still thinking that, oh, the digital assets, the digital currencies are scams, I'm challenging you today to go and check this revolution steps. And because all what I said in these few minutes, Cash App has done a good job to explain and define what money is, and started by the concept before money came in, how trade by barter was being used. So this is not a new concept. If you do economics, I know definitely the school is doing its best to talk about these things. But now we have also accessibility, readily accessibility of information, right? We have even TikTok, we have YouTube, you can just Google and you have information about it. So with regards to revolution in finances, I say again, I am challenging everyone connected here. If you don't know about money, go back, do your Google search, ask good question, because they say garbage in, garbage out. If you ask, why is money bad? You will have an answer. Why is a church bad? You have an answer. If you say, why is a church good? You have an answer. Why is money good? You have an answer. Why is cryptocurrency considered a scam? You have an answer. Why is cryptocurrency good? You have an answer. So whatever you want to know, Google it. But what again, you Google depend on your mindset. If you need someone to guide you, that is what I dedicate my time in educating people about basics like that. So you can also, which is what I have a lot of people in my inbox, of course, inbox me to help you with this basic information. Even when it comes to retirement, no matter the country you are, back when I was growing up, for example, a lot of people use CMPS, Cameroon. Is CMPS still the best? I'll tell you categorically no. But does it mean you should not have? Maybe you can still spread the risk. You can still have some in same place, but you still have to understand different assets and different times, and the advantages and disadvantages of those assets. So, for financial revolution, that's what I would say without talking too much in that aspect. But as I say, I'm still challenging you who don't understand. For example, always say I don't do everything, but I try to be informed. It's good to be informed, even if you're never going to use Naira I've never been to Nigeria, but I know that that is a currency people in Nigeria use. I've never used pounds, but I know that is what the currency people. So I cannot say pounds is a scam. It's stupid, right? So I hear people make that type of stupid mistakes every day. You may not know how stupid it is. You just say, oh, because you don't understand something to call it a scam. So I challenge everyone to be informed. That's the key thing. As I said, this generation is about information and being able to use the information. Now that's where entrepreneurs, again, you still need good entrepreneurs in your life. So if you don't have some good entrepreneurial friends, people will challenge you to dig. For example, I really get up a day. Let me tell you one of the things I asked Henry. Henry, since I know it's an enthusiast when it comes to crypto, and I'm not that. So I have to, when I want to know about the coins, what is happening in that market, I just like, hey, Henry, so tell me, what is the news? So what is the news today? He's not the only one. So I have different people too. I contact for different things. Like, hey, tell me, what is the newest business in town? What is happening? So you want to have friends like that. You have to have entrepreneurial friends, not just friends that, oh, you need to have go to school. Have it. It's good to go to school. Trust me, if you have that opportunity, be educated, because also the way you process information will depend on how enforced your good mindset is. I have to say that, which is one of the things we really talk about in creative and independent mindset. Whatever information I give you, whatever I say, how you take it depend on your mindset. So it's very important we intentionally enforce that good mindset, ready to receive new information. And one place you can do that is going to school. That's just, even if you don't like that part, that's true. One place that helps you to enforce that good mindset, like me. That's why my grandma used to always ask me, like, when will you stop going to school? So whenever, like, for me, I like to study. So even when you don't see me in school, I'm learning, I'm taking courses. I just like to be informed. But I don't like to be in the dark. I don't know. What about you guys? Is any person here who like to be informed? Like, I hate to be cheated. I hate it. I hate to be like the fool in the mat. Like, I hate to be in that position. Like, hey, they say there's this pigeon slang. They always say, wise people they chop now from but man in backside, which means the wise people always benefit from the foolish. And I hate to be that, feel like, oh, I was the foolish person in this situation. Also, that doesn't mean I choose, oh, I like to exploit people. No, I don't like that at all. I believe whatever you give, that's what you get. So I believe to always be on the side where people maximize their opportunity. So I always like to show people, hey, do you know that you can do it this other way, not this way? Yes, I like stuff like that. So that is about, I think I have done some justice in trying to talk about revolution in when it comes to finances, which means whatever you're doing, if your goal is okay, you want to have some financial stability. Like a lot of times, like we need money to pay our bills, right? And I've seen people staying in this generation with all information, they are chasing money. Sweethearts, you can't chase money. Money is, as I said, if you understand, if you understand something in all what I've said, you have to understand that money is just one of those ideas that was instituted in order to have a standards and a simple ways of exchange. So the key thing for me is always get up each day and ask yourself, what am I offering? Do we all agree? If you get up each day and ask, what am I offering? What do I have? Even if you're a farmer, you be intentional to plant your crops and make sure that you plant as much as you can so that when you are harvesting, you know that, oh, I have enough to harvest. So you always have to make money. And that also tells me, reminds me to say, it's not just about making money. You can do have those ideas, but you also have to learn how to package your ideas. For example, I am on Facebook. I can package my ideas in a way that people have to subscribe and they pay me money. That is a choice, right? So you have people's channels that you have to go even on YouTube. You see there's some content that before you watch them, you have to subscribe. You have to pay a subscription fee. Even on TikTok, TikTok for me used to be like the most like app that I used to see to be just for children. But now, the more I study about it, I say, oh, this even there now is my best app, to be honest. TikTok is my best app because TikTok is one of those apps that you don't need to waste time on a video more than 30 seconds on the video you don't like. So most of the videos are short. And it's that platform that I also see people now using that shortness or that short film to be able to pass in very powerful information. Like imagine they give you 1 hour to talk, like me talking for 1 hour. Doesn't mean everything I'm saying you need them, right? Why are people really calling me to that this time though? So that doesn't mean you need that information. So just at the end of the day, can I still summarize most of the things I've said in 1 minute? I've learned that through TikTok. Yes, I can do that. So or 30 seconds even like summarize a message and pass it on, which is something TikTok have enforced in many people. But also it has helped a lot of people to use that to know how to package their ideas and market it. So that is to say if you're also one of those person who think you just have to be working hard to make more money, I'm telling you today that we've gone past that time. Now you also have to check on packaging what you have, what you're making, what you're doing in a way that people can easily pay for it and people can easily market it. So in terms of education, I'm just trying to get some points. In terms of education, guys, let me know in the comment section what can you say are some of the revolutions that we've had in terms of education section that we all can maximize. Because as I said again, the key thing for me is information. And that information, one of the way of the place we all can gather information is definitely from school. Like personally, I like to be informed in community of friends or in a network of people who can challenge me. Personally, I like that because that's what pushed me to dig more, and I like to dig more. How many of us like to dig more? In school, the word school, if you're new to this platform, we had an amazing session with two of my friends who are doing PhD, who I so much love, and I'm always like amazed on how determined they are. They are doing an amazing job, and we had an amazing session on school. What is school? And what are the benefits? What are the things to consider before going to school? So every year we try that. We always have a back to school message, and so you can go back and scroll that message, that video with it was about with two amazing people. At least it was balanced. One was a man from originally from Nigeria, based in the US. Another one was an amazing lady and an American. So you should not say, oh, it was just from an African perspective. So I tried to do that balance. So that video really explained to you, all of us, why you can consider going to school, because the truth is, you can give money to somebody who didn't go to school. The person has the ideas, but the way the person is going to deliver and package it is not going to be the same. That I can tell you for free. Also, how to deal with people is something that at times you can assume you know it. But how many of us here truly have challenges dealing with people? Let's be honest. How many of us really truly, even like family, it's not easy. Forget this thing that we post on social media. Dealing with even our own siblings, those are things that we have to learn. And sometimes you have to go to school to learn, right? You don't just sit and everything just happen in your house. Or they say you don't know what you don't know. Sometimes you may think you're doing it the best way, but people go to school to learn how to deal with people in different courses, different subjects. And also by default, if you're in that community of people who are learning or people are intentional about learning, you see that at the end of the day, you yourself, you want to always learn more. You want to always learn more, which is what I think we all definitely should be doing. We should be learning more. So talking about that learning more, at first we had By the way, is there any person that will help me? Like, what are some changes in terms of education that we have seen, or education systems or schools that we have seen compared to maybe 20 years ago, 15 years ago? Whatever time you can see, oh, that you can say you have observed a big change. Definitely, I remember for those who know how the lines from university used to be in University of Boya. God, you could take 2 days to stand on the line to do something, and at the end of the day, you still don't succeed doing that thing. How many of us went through that stress in whatever university you went to? But now, people just sit in their homes, they just do those same things that we used to stand. I mean, the whole day, and you still don't do it. Like you stand and you see how long the line is. Sometimes you even go back home. From the line of registering a course, line of maybe applying for transcript, paying fees, going to take receipt, like even to take your own receipt after paying fees from MTN. Used to be like, oh my God. Now you sit back, you check like now you want to do it, you want to go to school. You just book the program online. You don't need to go and stand on a long line to get information, and you just apply. Or you can just call someone directly. There's a line you can already call, and they just pick your call, and you don't need to even move. Is that not amazing, guys? Is that not so amazing? So definitely that is an amazing thing that we all can leverage from. A lot of things are definitely have been made easy for all of us. Like you are able to sit from your house and study whatever you want to study. So don't limit yourself, say, oh, I'm old, I'm young. No. You can sit at the comfort of your house, comfort of your bed, which is something I love so much. Anything I can do from my house, I love it. Because of course we all have a lot to do in life, right? We all have a lot of other things to take care of in our lives. It's not just the money part, or it's not just the information we want to acquire. You have other things. You have your purpose to fulfill. You have a lot of other. So guys, I'm trying to actually copy the link to send to somebody. So we all have this amazing. How many of us love this thing? Like, okay, let me tell you one of the places I take a lot of courses is Udemy. I want to know about this. I like to learn new things, and one of the things I really had passion to learn for maybe the past 20 years is programming. And just the fact that I had to learn it using courses on Udemy, on LinkedIn, and I know that each time I want to know more in that direction, I have courses that are giving me for a very cheap amount and at my pace. It's just something that, guys, I tell you is amazing. Or even when it comes to how do you do one or two things, how to cook or how to bake. You can just go on YouTube how to do your hair. By the way, that's another thing I check a lot on YouTube or on videos. Like you just want to learn how to braid your hair. At first, you have to go and look for someone who will teach you. But honestly, when I hear somebody telling me I'm going to pay this person a type of huge amount to learn some type of things, I'm like, but can't you learn it online? Because for me, it works. I learn online, then try to do my own thing, then like modify my own thing and see how it affects it. That makes me to learn better practically. So that is a big revolution in a powerful revolution in the direction of education that we all can definitely explore. I don't know how many of us are already exploring that. But as I said, personally, it's really something I love and I really am exploring it every day. And I encourage every one of us to do the same because what you earn is dependent on what you're offering. And a simple way to improve your earning is to improve what you're doing. A simple way of improving your earnings is improving what you're doing, the service you're offering, and of course, how you're doing it. You may be offering the same thing, but you're changing your delivery. For example, I may want to just come here live and talk, but I, of course, have learned that I need to talk more with people. I need to have more people that we can better can have conversations. And for me, that is what I really, really want, and which I do all the time. But network, of course, may not permit us all the time. So that is something that we all can really leverage from when it comes to the education. So if you're this person who say, "Oh, I don't have a degree, I want to have a degree," take advantage of these amazing changes we have in our time, and definitely trust me, you'll be proud of yourself that you're taking advantage of it. So in terms of even like investments, there are a lot of options that we didn't have years back, which as of course are very legal that we all can explore. So years back, people used to say, "Oh, I don't have money," or "My parents didn't have money, that's why I didn't go to school." I personally believe that whatever you want, if you're determined, you can make it. They always say when there's a will, there's a way. But you need to be determined. But if you focus on the challenges, you won't ever make what you want a reality. So that is to say, most of the things that, or some of the things we should consider as challenges now are opportunities. How many of us have realized that? There are some of the things that were challenges now, they are the opportunity that we can use to maximize what we are doing. So, for my take home for today, I'm going to say, in general, revolution can change your entire life. And how can it change your entire life? That's what I want to share at this point as a take home message. If we understand the power of revolution, our entire life can change after this video. It can change the moment we decide to start making use of the revelations over time. And we decide to start maximizing them as well. Because you can make use of them, but you are not maximizing them. So, talking about a complete life revolution, I have realized that many of us will leave this earth, achieve so many things, achieve and do all the things we're supposed not to do and never do, identify the things we are specifically supposed to do. That is the purpose. Why specifically were you created? Tell me, or think about it. Why specifically were you created? Were you created to just work, pay bills? It's one thing I get up and tell myself, "Oh no, I wasn't created for that." So I get up, when I get up, ask myself, what was I created? Why was I blessed to see it? What specifically am I supposed to do? What I was I supposed to do? So if you get to that space, you realize that a lot of us have spent time doing what we are not supposed to do. Or a lot of us may spend our entire life doing what we are not supposed to do based on what our needs. So, based on our needs, we have so many easy ways to achieve our needs. For example, if you're this person who wants to always to have moments to relax yourself, you have short videos. Now you can watch a TikTok. You don't need to go and watch a movie for 3 hours. That's just the truth, the reality. You don't need, at first you needed to watch a movie, then the movie is giving you in 30 seconds things that you want to see what will happen in the next. You don't have the way to forward it. Like us, I watch a movie, I watch a movie, I need to have a remote on my hand. If you're watching most of the time. Like I watch the beginning, get to see what happened at the end. If it's interesting, then I take my time now to watch it. But if it's not interesting, I watch the beginning, watch the end, church has closed. So that is just to tell that we can still have fun doing that. Yes, you can, like, people are talking about this movie, you don't really need, but at first it was not like that. Which means now you can save your time to really do the things you need and have more time to do the things you're supposed to do, because the things you need are not necessarily the things you're supposed to be doing. Get that straight. So we all can have that total revolution in our life, total change in our life, that we have enough time doing the things we supposed to be doing, and still create time to do the things we need to do to be happy, to be relaxed. You take sometimes not only about you want to be relaxed, you want to be in that right frame of mind, you want to be in that right position to fulfill the purpose, right? So sometimes you just need some time to vent out, some time to sleep. And some people are not sleeping. That is just the reality because of their needs. Some people are not sleeping because of their needs. So guys, my take home message is don't be blinded. Don't be so focused about the things you need that you fail to see the things that you have already been given. Many of us have been given the things we are working so hard for. Many of us have been given opportunities that facilitate the things we're supposed to be doing or the things we are doing. Yes, but we again have to dedicate time to learn about the things we have in order to maximize our usage. You can have an iPhone that help you to do some things easier because you don't understand you have that property in your iPhone. You have the iPhone for name, but you don't use the things you have in it. So you need to dedicate time to learn about that iPhone. You can have a laptop. That laptop can help you to sell yourself, to market your products. But because you don't yet know how to market your products, you don't know. You can have your coins. You don't know that this your coins can help you to get any other thing you don't need, or you can help you as another source of income. You are still searching where to get a second job or where to put overtime. Why? Because you don't understand what you have. So I'm just challenging every one of us that this world keeps changing and we keep having more revolutions, we keep having more amazing things. Make use of these revolutions for your good. And trust me, you will be so proud you took our time to learn and maximize these new things that are coming up. And how also is when you learn, please don't forget to also learn the damaging part of it so that you also have to maximize your usage of them. You don't just use them foolishly, but you use them also in direction of the purpose, in positive direction, by the way. So hope we all enjoyed and had something to take home. Yes, of course, this was not how we wanted the session to be. We wanted to have a conversation with Henry for him to share with us. He who had the vision and this idea to give us more light because he always loved to talk about revolution. So all the time, this is the second time we are having him. We were supposed to have him one time, but another time that he didn't show up. It's not his work. Another time was not the network, but today is network. So guys, as you said, I also wish you have amazing people like you to hear from you on different topics, different perspective of life. And that is in the end to make all of us make life easy for each and every one of us so we can have more time to fulfill our purpose happily, creating impact and building lifetime generational legacies. Stay blessed and enjoy your weekend. So, by the way, if you have any question, feel free to ask. If we can answer you immediately, definitely we are going to always create time to get back to you. And if you have any recommendation, God, feel free. We are here to keep going. So feel free to share with us. And please, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share. And of course, if you have not yet followed, do your due diligence to follow. It costs nothing to stay connected with us. Again, I can't go without saying a big thank you to all the amazing people. I saw this video, we had 10,000 followers on Pinterest. No, that is my profile. I'm like, wow, really? So that is awesome. I'm so blessed to have all of you in the house, and we look forward to have more programs coming in. So just stay connected. I had some network issues myself, so it was just sorted yesterday. So hopefully we have more content coming up. Stay connected. Thank you to Emma for staying to the end. Thank you every other person for watching. Thank you for joining. We love you. Stay blessed.